What is up, YouTube? I have my first legendary level match here for you guys. I know it's been around for a long time and I haven't posted one, but that's because these matches are normally so darn long, I don't want to have to make a video with 8 parts to it for one duel. Anyways, I have the legendary tournament number 4, round 1 here. I'm against Turkish Wolf. He is Alex Spiritflame, a death wizard, and I am on my myth, Alex Jaderiver. And I ended up going first, which is nice, because I actually faced him in the head of class balance, and I was doing really well. I was all set up, ready to just annihilate him and everything. And then within 2 turns, he got a blade up and hit me in the face with a critical judge, and I lost. I was second, but I mean, still, it sucked. So I was like, alright, nice to go first against you this time. But it's all pretty standard right now. I put up some shield. I know some people may say shields versus death aren't any good with poison and skeletal dragon, but it does ward off a scarecrow if he wants to do that to minion and wraith. And you know, if you get up a few shields, then skeletal dragon really isn't that big of a deal. I go for vengeance here, not really so much as oh my gosh, yes, then I can try to get a critical and win this match right now. More of just a defense. Like if he somehow hits, like if he decides he wants to hit me with a critical attack or whatever, it allows me to have a higher chance of a critical heal, which works really well, especially on balance, because you already have critical chance for your heals, availing hands and helping hands, and so with the vengeance, you're like always getting a critical on that, and it's just amazing. I bring out Talos here, and you may be thinking, why bring out Talos? Because death or Talos minion has death damage boosted against it. I know that, but he's still a great minion. He has 1,000 health. And so, I think he can survive a poison without, if it's not buffed. But I mean, it's still a good minion, and he does have good survivability, and I'm not about to waste that. Plus, he has to invest quite a bit of pips into killing it, so it all works out. Pretty good critical sprite there, doesn't really matter. His pet gives him a sprite, it's like, cool, just take off that nice infection I had on you. One of the reasons I don't infect spam, like a lot of people who will just cloak a whole bunch of infects and then have at the end of the match have like 20 infects on their opponent. Like, because with Sprightly, with my luck, I never get to keep them around long. I was debating using it on myself or the minion, I think this is the last round of poison, which is why I was debating it. But I go ahead and use it on my minion, because I would like him to stick around, and you know, if he were a vampire or wraith, it would stop that. Does get a frog, which, you know, is only really nice because it gets off its smith shield, which is always convenient because shatter is not allowed in these tournaments, so, you know, getting rid of myth shields is what my minion does best. Does use a poison on my minion, but since I have the weakness, it is not going to kill him, even with the death boost. So yeah, anyways, how are you guys doing? I do have one more tournament I'm in now, the head of class myth. I hope that goes well. I'm kind of losing a lot lately, and so that's never fun. And I am sick right now, so if I sound a little nasally, that's why. He uses a Black Widow spell, which I think is completely stupid. Like, oh, you know, it's unique, it's a dot or whatever, but use a poison. You're better off playing a Gargantuan poison in your side deck than a Black Widow spell. So I didn't really know what he was doing there, might have just been for the lol effect, so I don't know. But with that extra damage, it does help kill the minion. It's just still a Gargantuan poison, be much better. I do got a couple blades on me. He starts putting on these treasure weaknesses, and knowing from my match with him on my head class balance, these weaknesses, there's a lot more to come. Because he definitely swamped me in head of class balance with all these treasure weaknesses, so I'm expecting the same effect here. Go ahead and bring out another Talos, because I have full pips. Why not? I mean, I don't think he's really going to scarecrow, but I'm not concerned because he doesn't have infection on me, and I do have 2 heals in my hand, so there's really nothing to lose. I have these Pierce, and I didn't actually get to use one this entire duel. So I just didn't have them when I need them, so they were just kind of a waste of deck space. Plus, I think if you pierce the shield, that the death one that gives Myth and Life, I think you would pierce the life shield too. So I think it just might have been a complete waste of space no matter what. He does go for the Wraith right here on my minion, and it's like, oh, it'd been nice, you know, have one of those times I put the death shield on him. But I think with the critical, I don't know if it really would have mattered. I think he still might have gotten 1,000 damage. If not, it'd been close. So, oh well. Bring out a Minotaur minion here, and what's great about him is that he usually shields himself the first round. But here, he shields me. And I'm like, oh, that's nice, I want a shield, but it's like, I want you to stick around, I'd much rather you shielded yourself. Go here and put up a bubble. He's using the balance amulet, so I'm not as worried about putting up a myth bubble. Oh, and right there, he actually wands my minion the first turn he's out. So it's like, oh, it's a good thing you didn't tire yourself then, because that would have been a complete and total waste. So, alright. Go up. Not too concerned about keeping... Oh, no, I do shield this one. Just kidding. I do like the Minotaur minion. It has improved, because they did an upgrade to it a while back, and now it's actually useful. Like, it usually trolls pretty frequently, and it towers a lot, so it shields itself. What more can you want than a minion that shields itself? And 700 HP for 3 pips, it's great. Plus, it has Myth Trap, and that it's actually, quite a few times, has set me up for, like, a super duper Medusa, and, oh, it's great. I love this minion, I really do. Actually, I never thought about using it until it was dual solo farm, and I think it was Master Tournament. He was like, hey, you should try this out, because he was using it against me. It's like, oh my gosh, when did this minion become good? So I highly recommend Minotaur minion to all you guys. I actually pretty much have replaced all my Cyclops minion with Minotaur, and I actually usually don't use many minions at all in on Legendary anymore. On Myth, I carry like 2 or 3, but since I knew he was death and he wouldn't have an AoE, that I was like, why not just spam him? There's nothing for me to lose, really. Go ahead and put a tower on him in case he wants to Scorpion, or if he does for some reason carry the Sandstorm, which I don't think he does, because I'm pretty much the only person in the world to carry Sandstorm on a Legendary, but that's not balanced, which I'm okay with that. Go ahead, cloak some more shield, because I'm like, you know, he's going to Skull Drag me at some point, and I'd much rather have multiple shields on me. You know, the more shields I can have in my deck, because I didn't carry all 7, I think I'll only draw 5, with the intention to cloak. My deck, it's interesting, because it's kind of useless, the first 2 reshuffles. Like, it really doesn't do much. It's meant to quickly go through and duplicate cards, and then reshuffle, and duplicate some more, and reshuffle, and then my deck is pretty much how I want it. So, I mean, I never will kill before a first reshuffle, or a second reshuffle. It just doesn't happen. It's how my deck works, and it works for me. Probably won't work for anyone else if they saw my setup. They'd be like, what the heck are you doing, you noob? So, oh well. Go for a Minotaur right here, because he had double weakness on me, yeah. But I had a bubble, I had a blade, and he had 2 traps. He had 2 hexes on, so like, why not? No, can't hurt. He has an infection on him, I'm good to go. Like, you know, at least he'll be a pain in the butt to him. So I'm like, sweet, now he's at like half HP. I can't follow up on anything, because I still have 8,000 weakness on me. Like I said, I kind of figured he'd spam him out. So really, this first half of the duel, well, more than half, I'm pretty much just waiting it out, being patient, keeping my defenses up, and slowly taking off these weaknesses when I can. So no need to rush it. And, I mean, I know I can kill him with 1 weakness on me, since I do have, for sure, have my bubble up. That'll stay up. Unless he for some reason wants to doom me, but hopefully I'll never get in that position where he has the need to doom me. Doom and gloom. So, there we go. But yeah, so it's like, I can kill with 1 weakness, but I don't want him to be having stacked weaknesses on me, because I don't want to be hitting with, you know, my damage being cut in half and another half by the resist. It's not good. So, and I'm really scared of Skull Dragon. Like, yeah, I'm first, and, you know, most people think, oh, Myth versus Death, Myth being first, guaranteed win, you know, no ifs, ands, or buts, Myth's gonna pwn. But Skeletal Dragon, a critical Skeletal Dragon, will do some serious damage. Death can be a very good school if used right. I think it's underrated right now. If more Death Wizards were using the Balance Amulet and Sandstorm for minions, oh, I think they'd be tons better. Yeah, they don't have a minion, but oh well. I mean, I hardly use mine in Legendary anyways. And I do great. Well, not lately, but I've been doing great. Not lately, tournament-wise. I've been doing some friends, and I've been kicking butt, so, oh well. So I'm not really in many legendary tournaments, because there are usually some special ones for Central, and I'm not allowed to do those because I'm staff. Like the birthday Topsy-Turvy and the Halloween Havoc, can't do those because I'm staff member. Oh well. And so, yeah, pretty much how it goes. Nothing really exciting the first half. Just like I said, playing defensively, trying to get these weaknesses off me, and I'm telling you what, it is one hard battle because I get off one, he puts on two. And so it's like, oh my gosh, like I really can't attack because he's dead, so he has sacrifice. And from all his balance, he was using life amulet, so he had regenerate treasure cards. So I'm expecting him as death with balance amulet to have availing hand treasure cards. It's like, I don't want to be just wasting damage. Wasting pips. Put a blade on my mini here, because I'm like, cool, he's going to Minotaur? You know, why not? Give him an extra boost, because I'm pretty sure, I've never actually, like, checked, but I think, Talus gets myth damage. I think he has, like, built-in myth damage boost. Like, I don't know, it just seems like, I feel like he does too much. But I'm not complaining. Go ahead and put another weakness on him. I'm really kind of scared, because he has a couple blades. And Skull Dragon comes here. My biggest worry is crap. If he gets a crit, I'm totally, completely screwed. But, you know, even one weakness, two blades, this dragon does good damage. And then, insult to injury, his pet has Cloud of Bugs, and it hits me with the Polar, or the Locust Swarm. It's like, getting beat down here. This is not fun. It's like, oh, now I have this Earthquake. That would have been nice before. Go ahead and use a Pixie, though, because he is cloaking all weaknesses, not cloaking a single infection. So I'm not even having to worry about that. This gets sacrificed here, and since the mini put Hex on him, we only recover like 300 damage. With I'm like, sweet. Put a Balance Spell on here, and just because I figured he was needing to reshuffle, because it's been a relatively decent amount of time in duel, and he does go for the reshuffle and just boom, get to dispel that. It's a shame he has the amulet. Because I've dispelled some people, they go for the reshuffle, and they have like the life amulet, and then you're down 4 pips, and then you have to reshuffle again, and you're down another 4 pips, and that's like a severe handicap, and it's like really hard to come back from. So Cloaking Balance Dispel does work great. Now he goes for reshuffle, and he's completely out of pips. So right now, things are looking good for me. I just got to get off these freaking weakness. Get my wand, and I'm like, sweet, you know, take those off. Couple more, it's like, alright, you know, maybe I'm only almost down to just the single weakness and I could start dealing some damage, but every time I think that he adds more, it's like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And go for the infection here because now he has pips he can heal, and I'd rather he didn't, or at least not get a full heal out of it. Talus is here. I don't know why he's let Talus live so long, because it does get the death boost, so I just feel like the smarter move would be take it out. You know, especially right there. I think if he used Vampire, would have gone so much better for him, because he'd recover HP from that. I think it would have killed him too, with death, super death, or damage boosted, and the damage boost he gets on Talus. So, oh, I've questioned a lot of his moves this battle. And his pet goes sprightly crazy. Our balance match, it was annoying as heck. Couldn't do anything because he'd always have a sprightly going around him. Now he's packing on the Mist Shields, and that's not good. But luckily I have this Talus minion who's just going to go ahead and Humunga Frog and get rid of them. Put those shields on in case he wanted to Wraith. Because that would be the smart, or, well, Wraith eventually, Vampire now. I just feel like it would have been a smart move on his part. So I just figured might as well protect him. Got the Scorpion, you don't have Gargantuan, so, you know, you may think it's useless, but right now, it allows me to remove some more weakness without getting rid of my blades. So, there is really no downside to that, because it's only a power pip. So he's got more shields, so I pretty much just need to Earth at some point, unless my minion just goes crazy and keeps attacking. But, actually, oh yeah, I go for the Minotaur here. Wasted a Myth Blade, but I believe my minion's giving me another right now, so at least I get it back, gets rid of some more weakness, and gets rid of both of those Myth Shields. So it's like, why not? I have full pips, you know, not planning on attacking anytime soon. So there's really no harm in just using a Minotaur. And he hits my minion with another freaking Locust Swarm. That cloud of bugs. I want it. I really do. I want that talent, but it's a pain in the butt to go against. Go Sprite, because I'm just like, okay, I want him to get at least one attack off. I mean, he has that blade. There is a bubble up. I want him to get one attack off. I didn't really know if it would save him for the second round, or, you know, to save him for when he had pips to attack. But I did it anyways. Here he goes, more treasure weakness. Like, he's gotta be running out soon. I don't think he would really stack his whole treasure deck with just weakness, because that seems like a really, really bad move. And he does survive, but cool, he can get off a frog, and he fizzles, and so I wasted his Sprite, and my minion has just been useless. However, he did use a Scorpion on my minion. It wasn't needed. He said he thought I would heal it again, but I don't know why he would worry about that, because I think the poison was going to last another round. So, I mean, the poison would have killed him off. But Talos does some serious work this battle. Like, he really is, he's a great minion, just you don't really want to spam it against anyone but death and life. And Myth. I guess you could spam against Myth too, depending on the person you're going against. Which is why the head of class Myth is going to be fun, because I'm expecting tons of Talos minions. And just minions in general, and I'm going to go insane. However, I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I got a good gear and deck set up for this, so it should be exciting. Oh, and some of you may have noticed that some of my videos have ads on them now, and I didn't get partnered, so it's not that. But they, like, YouTube contact, like, hey, we want to, you know, you qualify to get your videos monetized. That is, you know, certain videos you can get them monetized, and it puts ads on there from Google, using Google AdSense, and, you know, you can potentially get paid from it depending on how many times people click on your ads. And so it's like, oh, that's cool. I'm not really expecting much. Like, you have to have there's a threshold of money you must meet before they actually pay you. And so, you know, not really expecting anything from it, but it's like, you know what, why not? Because can't hurt. If I do get money from it, sweet. But no, it's not a partnership, and it won't be on all my videos. Most, yeah, but not all of them. Actually, it was kind of annoying because they have special rules for video game content because, you know, it can go against the copyright of the company making the game because you're earning money off of another company's product. So I actually had to go and contact King Zhao, like, hey, you know, YouTube offered me this, I want to do this, what can I do? And so they gave me a reply and gave me approval as long as I did something. And yeah, so stay tuned for part 2. It'll be more exciting than part 1, I'm sure. And hope you guys